Hello and welcome back to my live streams. I am Science and I'm back with the NavalArt series. So, we'll be carrying on with the Thunder Childs today. Yeah, the Thunder Child class here, which is quite large. And yes, I am aware I've gone a bit overkill with the main guns. Like, for those of you who are unaware, the main guns are 9-barreled, 460 or round about 18.2 inch, I believe, guns. So yeah, which is easily going to make him one of the most powerful battleships I have in the fleet. If you remember from the end of the last video, we are working on this sort of anti-aircraft platform that would span the entire length of this central superstructure here. Which, it's kind of similar to another one of my ships. I will just bring it up to show you. I'm very much basing this off of the ship I'm about to show you with few differences along the way, which those differences would be noticeable. The Hydrogen here, which is a battleship I made under a 100 gun program, which, as you can see here, has a anti-aircraft platform, although not as wide as the one I'm doing for the Thunderchild. The Thunderchild's one is going to be wider because I'm thinking of stacking AA guns on top of these ones. Whereas with the Hydrogens, I didn't make it in a way where that would be a feasible idea. Another difference would also be the main guns. These main guns are 406s and triples. And also, my one wouldn't have these triple guns as secondaries. So yeah, now back to the Thunderchild. Stormbound and Stormwind is the cruiser. Stormbound's just the destroyer that I'm not included in this challenge. Alright, oh god, I passed Thunderchild. Unlikable, that one was my thought of doing a more French-styled setup of the Revolt class that I have, but I decided against it in the end. So, current displacement already is about 905,000 tons. And that's only with the main guns and part of the main superstructure in place. 2. And then hull pieces here. Literally all the way across again. This is a very tedious process, which is at times really annoying to do. But I am not going to be using adjustable hull pieces for this part of the superstructure. And then I realise I'm going to have to... No, I don't have to, but make it look a tad bit better than what it does currently look like. Annoyingly for this though, you can't just select multiple parts and then have those multiple parts mirror. I'm trying to spot where that goes slightly off at. I'll soon find out. Yeah, I went back far enough with that one. Undo. Then there. No. Undo. Because I realised it's that placement there I need to delete. Then there and there. If I mirror that bit as well, I have got my stopping point on the stern as well. I was actually just thinking of this idea, but then I've just remembered, no, this game wouldn't be able to fully simulate that. Because, do you viewers know about, like, those, car ferries that have propellers going on both sides of the hull, and that their bridges are able to be controlled from both sides of direction of movement? I was just thinking of maybe doing this battleship like that. But then I was like, then I'm now just thinking, no, don't do that. If you do that, you're going to cause more problems. But problems. Regardless. Alright. Seeing as that's as far as it'll go before I have to move there. No. I've actually just realised something though. This is going to be the last stream I could... Like... This is going to be one of the last streams I could regularly stream as of right now because, I have some important things coming up. And that I would only be able to release YouTube Shorts, which... What I'm thinking about doing is going over YouTube Shorts of my, like, favourite War Thunder moments and stuff. Or World of Warship stuff, and maybe of my gaming stuff as well. It's just as... I won't be having much time to stream because I'll be doing my GCSE exams. You know, the exams in Britain that really defines what you're going to do in life, or what you'd be able to do in life because of your qualifications. So yeah, I would be mainly focusing on those, and so my only uploading would be of shorts, really. Which I think I might actually begin doing some gaming shorts some point real soon to start it off and test the waters, so to speak, on if it would be a good idea or not. And you know what I mentioned about the using wedge pieces to make it look somewhat better? I'm doing that, which means more time doing this. Yeah, I want that double, well, up to 3 blocks before I do the wedges, but I want to get the base side of it done first. Oh, there's a part here that needs painting. And while I'm at it, I'll paint all this. Although a lot of these blocks are not going to be seen, the edge ones are going to be, so at least the edge ones, I'm going to be painting the edge ones. And then if I get these, I think it's 1/3 hull pieces I need to use. Or is it the 1/6? It's the 1/6. Right. Hopefully that makes it look somewhat better. One thing I'm definitely going to say about Thunderchild, though, I wouldn't be surprised if, in the actual, when it comes to the actual final battle, eventually, that she's one of the longest surviving of my vessels. Oh god, I did that part slightly low than what I was. Although it's a hardly noticeable thing, I'm still adjusting for the height. Because oh god. And lowering this bridge section here is a lot easier than what I'm gonna have to do for the port side of redo the entire areas anyway. Frick! There we go. Scheiße! There we go. Right, and then mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the worst shipbuilder of them all? Hold on a sec. No, I need a... Good, I didn't do much mirror in the bottom layer because I need to now adjust this bottom layer as well. It's not just the layers I did. Need adjusting. I do this not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Oh shoot, I've also realised that that entire area there as well is slightly low. So, regardless, I'm going to have to redo that lower portion there. Oh god. Why couldn't the GCSE exams have been earlier like I thought they were going to be? It would have then at least made it that I could have gotten a break from the stress of doing these ship buildings. God. Right. So this entire block, basically, is all too low. Yep. No! They were all wedge pieces. Oh, shizer. Right, normal hull pieces now. Uh, Fun. This is really fun. I'm enjoying this. I am not. God help me, please. Someone help me. Why didn't I just do this way of doing it beforehand? I don't know. I was insane. And I think I still am a bit. I think I actually need those 1/3 pieces actually now. What's that coming over there? I don't know how I'm gonna fully fit in the use of these parts, but I don't know. Maybe if I re-angle. No, re-angle. Oh, freaking hell. And then, yeah, that's normal hull pieces. There, there, there. If you need an expert ship designer, you got one. No, you don't. Mirror, mirror on the wall. We should really have not have done this. I could actually be thinking of worse things on this right now. Right, so more of this bridge wing-like structure. More of an AA platform, but who's who's going off by technicalities is in place. Normal hull pieces. I think, viewers, I might just carry on working on the starboard side and then off camera do the port side. Because doing the port side's basically just going to be a repeat of the way I did the starboard side, just learning from the mistakes of said starboard side. So I'm just going to focus on the starboard side. So, on this top portion here, I'm going to, like, where's the ladder? L, A, D. How about these iron ladders, actually, because they seem to fit the part more. You know, if I move these parts up higher, because there isn't going to be a ladder part directly at deck level for any of the sides, then mirror, mirror on the wall again. Paint the ladders. And I'll actually do up to the ladders a little bit further than that, but almost up to ladders of the port side. Here's me saying I'll do the port side off camera, and what am I doing? The port side. Right. So now we know how the AA gunners are going to get to the AA guns on top of this part. Now I have the AA guns on top of this part. Although I could have used like this sort of boarding ladder here. At distance from each other, of course. But no. Okay, so for AA guns, I am actually going to look through here for a type of AA gun, because I, for the top level, do not want to... I do not, for the very top level at least, want to use both as mounts. For the lower levels, yes, both as mounts, but not for the top mountings. $20mm Rolicans, 25mm. Doesn't the in-game have a 55mm AA gun? Standard game. I'm actually going to experiment a bit with these AA guns as having them used, but there is only going to be 4 of them conscribed. No, there's going to be 8 of them. 4 on the very front part of the and the very rear part of the anti-aircraft battery. Right, so now back to search for AA guns that no, I can't use the phalanx because it's not the modernization challenge yet. Okay. Okay, the designers... I'm gonna say the designers were on some sort of drugs while making this thing and decided putting 4 305 recoilless guns would be a good idea for the very bow and very stern of the anti-aircraft platform. An area supposed to be specifically for anti-aircraft, but yet has an anti-surface weaponry on it. Great. And look what that means! I have to do more of the port side. What do you do? No. Mistakes were made. Right. This is only just so then the stuff I mirrored before I was supposed to looks somewhat okay in place instead of just floating in mid-air with a saved version of this design. Oh yeah, I gotta paint the port side recoilless gun. Okay. We're gonna use 2 sets of these before the ladder and just to the side of the ladder, like on each side of the ladder. That 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 of those. More for fun of the bridge crew. More for like fun to the crew on seeing old World War I weaponry being used on a modern battleship. But Lewis guns, why not? Nothing's gonna go wrong with having Lewis guns on here. Definitely. It was one time Lewis guns on HMHS Britannic that stopped the Britannic from getting torpedoed by a U-boat, because there was an instance before she was sunk by the mine where she was attacked by a German U-boat, which said German U-boat is not known, I believe. But one torpedo passed just long of her bow, like the torpedo just passed underneath her bow as the ship was going into the location it would have otherwise have hit the ship at, and the other one, the crew used a Lewis gun to stop. Or I believe that's what the story was. Right, so more anti-aircraft guns. Are going to be used. UP rockets are going to be on lower deck stuff because they're going to be on lower deck stuff, so not going to be used yet. Is what I should really be saying. No, those more lower deck guns as well. Those and more lower deck guns as well, and I wouldn't be really using those because I don't really like the look of them. Oh, if you want to know how insane British AA gun designers were back in the day, look no further than this thing. I need to double check its name. Quad 0.5, but the 127mm, no, 1.2 set, 12.7 I mean millimeter Mark III quad anti-aircraft gun. I don't know the story behind it properly, but I definitely know it's a bit of a funny looking design. Dual 20s are going to be consistent of just behind the recoilless on the bow and in front of the ones on the stern. And there is obviously, like I did before, only going to be 8 aside. So 2, 3, 4. Let's space that one out a bit more. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the anti-aircraft battery is starting to come into place now. Still laughing at the displacement number on this thing. Right. Both we're holding off on right now because I want to get the top deck done, really. .37mm anti-aircraft weaponry. Yeah, why not? Again, 8 aside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Oh, these things. These things. No, I'm not going to put them on top of the off-center Tillman guns. Just another wonderful day in this man's army. If you're watching this part of the video, try and guess what video game that came from. Right, now those guns are more central. Back to finding AA guns. Those are obviously not AA guns. No. No. Oh yeah, these Japanese 127 DP guns. These were what was the main armament, secondary armament I should say, for capital ships. And for aircraft carriers it would be their main armament for if any ships getting close enough, but if any ships does getting close enough to an aircraft carrier's gun range, you got more problems than do we have the guns to defend ourselves. It's more like, where the hell are our aircraft? Why haven't they defeated the enemy? Or reported to us where the enemy is? Instead of, oh no, we don't have great enough guns to attack the enemy. Okay, we're not even halfway across the superstructure yet. And I'm already running out of AA gun types to use. .7-inch guns. Okay, but 2 on each side though. Oh god. 2 on each side though, not 8 of them. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I should really stop making that reference. Two, 3, 4. Definitely right now the center of gravity is more forward because that's where we've got weaponry at. It's the fore end, not the aft end. Okay. Although I really actually want to be careful on my setup of these guns because last time I did so many gun combinations with the mods I've got, something ended up happening of that the entire ship disappeared. I still miss the Reiko to this day. But I did actually put the version before I started attempting to upgrade it up on the workshop, so it's not fully gone. Which, quite a few of the stuff I did would be on the workshop, just typing HFS and then you'll see it. I'm just going back through and seeing if I missed any guns. I'm not having renounce on this thing. For jokes? For shits and giggles? Maybe. The crew's personal tank. Yeah, the captain's personal tank. Yeah. I'll just have that put in the center. The captain's personal tank. Oh, is this like the things that cover up the guns? When in peacetime? Like, wouldn't something like this be over the guns to stop their ability of firing? But that's not something we're working on now. AA directors. We're definitely going to need those. So, AA directors are going to be there. Height 0. Length 3. Drop down to the deck. Height 450. Height 450. Right. Alright. No roundness on the bottom there. Where did that AA director go? There. AA director. AA directs be there. 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 And there. Trust me, the distance between these directors is gonna be fine. We're definitely not gonna have a large area of inaccurate AA. What's the stream time like? Okay, so with the beginning of the introduction of anti-aircraft weaponry, I'm going to end this here. I hope you enjoyed, viewers. Some